Hey, you folks, I'm in the car because I don't smoke cigars indoors, and for some odd reason it's a bit chilly outside, so I'm in the car. Now, what am I talking about in this one? The Young Thug RICO trial. Well, there's been some stuff happening that, well, Mr. Steele has filed a motion for recusal. And on Monday morning there was a docket entry in the Georgia Supreme Court mentioning Mr. Brian Steele. Now, I haven't gotten around to check, okay, which of his filings has been docketed. I don't know yet. And then the the judge handling the recusal motion gave the prosecution until yesterday, Monday, to file their reply as to why Judge Glanville should stay. And with only 2 hours to deadline, the prosecution wanted to, please give us an extension by 2 hours. Well, not by 48 hours. There were 2 hours to deadline, a 48-hour, because according to the motion or the request, Ms. Love was the person responsible of writing this reply, and she had a medical emergency with an immediate family member. Now, I don't know. I don't know if Miss Love has kids or a partner, or if it's a parent, maybe. I don't know, but it's awfully convenient. I mean, the prosecution, there are 4 more members of the prosecution's team in this trial, not counting the people in the background. And this is a prosecution who have so far jailed 2 people. Miss Bennett, I think her name was, who the prosecution claimed, she will not show up. So the judge signed an arrest warrant, and she was brought in and arrested. And to my recollection, she was very, very negative to the prosecution, but she didn't actually say she was not going to appear. So that's on the prosecution. And then, of course, Woody, Mr. Copeland, for pleading the fifth, which the prosecution claimed, we had no idea. And then we saw the ex parte transcript. And we know, no, they lied, in my opinion. So these 48 hours, and there was one other that lost her job. And then you have the thing with witnesses of crimes a decade old, who have left this behind them. A bunch of them, the crime was solved. On other occasions, it wasn't solved. People who put this behind them. And in comes the prosecution and opens up old wounds for testimony that, in my opinion, has no bearing on this trial. It's playing on heartstrings. And I don't think they did a good job with playing on heartstrings. So I do feel it's very, very rude and very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Very, very, I will remember it. It's very rude and a bit much of hypocrisy, because at the time now the jury are at home waiting. They can't watch news, they can't read papers, they can't discuss it. But it's very important that for Miss Love that her family relations are respected. But as expected, the judge gave them an extension by 48 hours. So by end of business tomorrow, Wednesday, at 5, their reply should be in. Now, I do believe that the reason why they need extra time is because so far they have relied on Judge Glanville approving of absolute garbage case law. Bad argument that more or less, of course, third hand hearsay comes in because this exception, what's it called, effect on listener. No, you still have to go over that hurdle, or the confrontation clause. You have to get over that hurdle, even though effect on listener may be applied. In my opinion, no. But even if it was correct, you still have to get over the hurdle of confrontation clause. If you can't, it's not allowed. But now they can't rely on Judge Glanville and his decision making. Now it is Judge Kraus, I want to say the name is. And hopefully, she doesn't buy what the prosecution is selling. We know that Judge Glanville did a horrible thing with that ex parte meeting. He was ignoring due process. He's ignoring the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. For some odd reason, he decided this is the trial he's going to abandon every principle on. And I don't know why. It's hard to know why, because nobody really knows that much about Glanville. I mean, except his career. And, well, he's got a great career. An amazing career. His credentials are above most other judges. If he 4 or 5 years ago said, I want to be a Supreme Court judge, he would be a clear candidate. But apparently he is registered Democrat or independent, I don't know. And at that time, the former president, he had his own choices. So, but maybe Judge Glanville would have suited in the Supreme Court better with other judges around him at his own level. Now in Fulton County, he doesn't have judges at his level. He's chief judge of Fulton County. Well, it will be interesting tomorrow to see, one, if they actually submit a reply, or if they ask for another extension. I hope that the cold I have brewing in the back of my throat, that gives up. I'm trying to cure it. And I am currently, it's a Royal Danish cigar. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. Well, that's all I have for you guys right now. I hope you have a nice day, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow at a stream, depending on how my throat is. Okay? Hug your family. Unless your family's crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. Okay, folks? Bye-bye.